Good morning everyone. I hope you all are doing good. So nowadays weather is too much cold, so take care of yourself first. Now in this video let's start new chapter 19, three-dimensional shapes. You have already learnt about this chapter in 6th standard as well. So first, you know very well what is solid. The objects having definite shape and size is called solid, and also a solid occupies a fixed amount of space. Okay, for example, like cuboid, cube, cone, cylinder, sphere. So let's first revise the shape of a cuboid. Okay, you have know about it, but let's revise it. What is cuboid? So cuboid is, this is the shape of a solid, and a solid that are having 6 rectangular faces is called cuboid. You can easily make the shape of a cuboid. It is formed by 6 rectangular faces. Okay. But before proceed further, first let's revise 3 points: that faces, edges and vertices. So what are faces? Now we are having the matchbox. This is in the form of a cuboid. Okay. So faces, what are faces? So here this one is the top face. This one bottom, left, right, top, front and back. So here this matchbox has 6 faces, 6 rectangular faces. This is called faces. Now edges. So 2 adjacent faces. It means this face, you can see this face. When these 2 faces meet in a line segment, then this is called the edge of an cuboid, right? This is called an edge of the cuboid. Now, what do you understand about vertices? So you all know the corners are called vertices, and you can also say that these 3, or you can also say that, because you all know that vertices, corners are called vertices, or you can also say that when 3 edges, it means this edge and this edge. When 3 edges meet at a point, then this point is called vertices. Okay. So a cuboid has 6 faces, 12 edges and 8 vertices. Okay. You have to remember it. And also you can easily write the name of all the 6 rectangular faces in a cuboid. And yes, examples of cuboid are, this is a book, is an example, matchbox, almirah. These are all examples of cuboid. Now let's write the name of all the faces here. So first is, you can say that this one is A, B, C, D. This one is E, F, G, H. And now second one is, you can write here B, F, G, C. So B, F, G, C. This one is the fourth, A, E, H, D. And now the fifth one, which is this. So A, B, F, E. A, B, F, E. And the last one is C, D, H, G. C, D, H, G. So these are the 6 rectangular faces of a cuboid. And yes, rectangular room is also an example of a cuboid. So out of these 6 faces, except the top and bottom, these 4 faces are called the lateral. These 4 remaining faces are called the lateral faces of a cuboid. You have to remember this word, lateral faces. Okay. So it means that in a rectangular room, 4 walls are called the lateral faces of the room, or you can say lateral faces of the cuboid. Okay. So like this, you can easily write the name of the edges as well as the vertices. And now let's understand about the second solid shape, which is cube. Now next is cube. But yes, one more thing you have to remember in cuboid. A cuboid has length, breadth as well as height. Okay. This is the shape of a cuboid. So this cuboid has length. This one is the breadth and this is called the height. Okay. So you have to remember it. And now, so what is the definition of cube? You can say 6 square faces, a solid that are having 6 square faces, that is called a cube. Or as well as you can say that a cuboid whose length, breadth and height are all equal is called a cube. If in case all the length, breadth and height of the cuboid are all equal, then the shape we get, this is called cube. So let's make the shape of a cube. So first you have to make a square face. Now you have to make the remaining 5 square faces. When we join it, then we'll get the shape of cube. Okay, and in that case, all the length, breadth and height, it means if in case it is x, then this will also equal to x and this is also equal to x. Yes, this one. This one is also equal to x. Okay. So this is the shape of a cube. And same as a cube has 6 faces, 8 vertices and 12 edges. Right? And you can also write the name, the faces, all the 6 square faces. You can also write the name of 6 square faces in a shape of cube. And as well as dice and ice cubes, sugar cubes, these are all examples of cube. Now next one is cylinder. Now next is cylinder. So it means some shapes, some solid shapes like circular pipes, circular pillars, gas cylinders. These are all example of cylinder and they are said to be cylindrical shape. So, now let's make the shape of a cylinder. So when you see the gas cylinder, then you can easily say that there is no vertex. So it means a cylinder has no vertex and it has 2 curved edges. These are the edges of the cylinder, right? And let's say that is C1 and that is C2. So a cylinder has no vertex, right? And second point is it has 2 curved edges. So it has 2 curved edges, right? And third is, so this middle part, this is called the curved face of the cylinder. And these 2 faces, because these are flat faces, so that is why these are called flat faces of the cylinder. So let's name it F1 and F2. So a cylinder has 1 curved face. So third point is it has 1 curved face and 2 flat faces. And 2 flat faces. Now next shape is cone. So objects such as ice cream cone, birthday cap, conical tent, conical vessel, these are said to be in cone shape, in the shape of a cone. So let's make a figure of cone. This is the figure of a cone. Okay, so here, like this. Now you can easily say that it has 1 vertex. So it has 1 vertex. 1 vertex. Second point is cone has 1 curved edge. So it has 1 curved edge. And it has 2 faces, total 2 faces. This one is the curved face and this one is the flat face. So it has 1 curved face and 1 flat face. Right? Now next is sphere. So the objects which is in the shape of a ball is said to have the shape of the sphere. So it means this is the shape of the sphere. And you can see this is the ball, and because it occupies some space between it, so this is the example of sphere. So this is a sphere, right? And you can see that it has no edge and no vertex. So it has no curved edge and it has no vertex. So you can say that first point it has no vertex and sphere has no curved edge. It has no curved edge. And third point, it has only 1 face. This is curved face. So this is it has one curved face, right? Now let's understand about the net of a three-dimensional shape. Now next and last topic of this chapter is net of a three-dimensional figure. So what do you understand about net of a three-dimensional figure? Actually, a net is a two-dimensional representation of a three-dimensional shape like cube, cuboid, cylinder, cone. So you can see here, now we are having a shape of a cube, right? This is the shape of a cube because it is having 6 square faces and whose length, breadth and height are all equal. But when we dissect it means when we open it up along its edges, then we'll get, what will we get? Then we'll get a net of a cube. Okay, this is the net of the cube. It means you can say that this is the two-dimensional representation of a 3D shape, which is cube, right? When we fold it up, then we'll get, so here we'll get the shape of a cube like this. Okay, because this is a paper, so like this. This is the shape of a cube. And also we are having the shape of a cuboid, like matchbox. And when we open it up, this matchbox along its edges, then what we get? Then we'll get here the net of a cuboid. So this is the net of a cuboid. You can see this is the net of a cuboid, right? So we can say that a net, what is the correct definition of a net? So net is a diagram which shows what solid shape will look like when it is opened along its edges and laid flat, right? So let's understand this by taking an example. You can see this one is the very good example of a cube. So this is the two-dimensional representation here, and when this shape, so generally the question is given in two-dimensional shape, and you have to find that is this shape a net of a cube or not. So here when we fold it up, so first of all you have to take this part as bottom part of this 3D shape cube, and when we fold it up like this, so this becomes now, and when we fold it like this, no, like you have to take like this, yes, this is the bottom face. So when we fold it up, so now this becomes the front face, this becomes the right face, this becomes the left face, and yes, fold this like this, so this becomes the back face, and now this becomes the top face of this cube. Now it becomes a net of a cube, right? And same as some examples are there in your book. So here let's take one last example 5 here. So the shape is given. Here are 6 square faces, but it is given in the two-dimensional shape, right? Here. And here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, let's name it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The question is the given figure is the net of a cube. Fold these faces to make a cube. This given figure is a net of a cube, it is given. And you have to fold these faces to make a cube. So first let's take this face, third face, which is the bottom face, right? So when we fold this side up, then this becomes fourth face, becomes the right face of the cube. And then when this 5, then this 5, when we fold it up like this, so this 5 becomes the front face, and then 6 becomes the left face of the cube. So we can write here like this: 4 lies opposite to this 4 lies opposite to 6, because 6 that will be here after folding this. So 4 lies opposite to 6, right? Opposite 6, and this 5, because 5 will be here. So according to this 5, this 2 lies opposite to 5. 2 lies opposite to 5, and when we fold it up, so this 1 becomes the top face of this net of a cube. So 3 lies, in that case 3 lies opposite to 1. Okay, so you have to fold these faces in such a way that 4 lies opposite 6, 2 lies opposite to 5 and 3 lies opposite to 1. Okay. Now exercise 19, which is very easy, you can easily solve it. So first you solve, then I will send you the PDF. Thank you.